powerful words and a message I think that has brought us all here today. The time of denying racism or being non-racist is done. If you are not actively committing to being anti-racist in your day-to-day life, you're choosing a side. So calling everyone in to stand in solidarity as we do this important work of truth-telling and seeking justice. And on that note, I'm very, very honored to introduce you all to a friend, a young man from our city who is the epitome of Black excellence. He is a mentor, he is an influencer, he is an artist, and he's currently our poet laureate in the province of Ontario. Please give a warm welcome to Randell Adjei.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone feeling today? Under the circumstances. Can I get your repeat after me? Love conquers all. We need more love in the world. We really do need more love in the world. I wanted to share a couple poems. I was asked to perform these poems for today. The first poem is called Flowers, and I just often reflect on legacy quite a bit. I think about legacy quite often. We think about those who've lost their lives and those that we are mourning today. The reality is, it's not about the day they were born or the day they left. This past Sunday, it was about the dash in between. And for us, it's what is that dash going to represent for us, and how are we going to continue to, pay homage and give flowers. To all my Black folks here, I'm giving you your flowers. Love to everybody here. Love to everybody. But to my non-Black folks here, I just want to share something that I've learned recently. We talk about allyship, and I think kudos to allyship, but we talk about it. And I think there's a difference between allyship and being a co-conspirator. And allyship is words. It's saying, hey, I stand behind you. But being a co-conspirator is when you hear racism, when someone says something that is even a little bit slightly off-center, you have to challenge it. And we can't do it alone. We can keep putting our fists up and keep coming to these rallies, but we really need the support of everyone. So I'm gonna ask you, please be a co-conspirator. Call out your friends and family that are using even slightly racist things. Please call them out. Anyways, this is for you. I'd love to give you your flowers for today, and just reflecting on what legacy means for us all. Right? One of the only things more difficult than death itself is to be forgotten, or perhaps to plant legacies and never see your roses blossom. To never unbox your gift before your coffin. We all deserve to be honored while we are still alive. While we can still smell the sweet scent of photosynthesis as your life branches out of the purpose you're rooted into and the fruits you produce. So may I give you your flowers while they are still in bloom. A bouquet packaged, delivered, and handed to you. In honor of the effervescent existence of your truth, may this be a reminder that your words and actions live on beyond being 6 feet and entombed. You are worthy of being handed yours while you are still alive, while you can still smell the sweet fragrance blossom in time, a reminder of how you bloomed before you were called to tune. From darkness to light, how you passed on the baton for the next generation to take flight. A relay race of time between the lines of from and to, the legacy of how you actualize into truth. You have the right to leave this earth knowing that your presence was appreciated, that it made a difference, that it meant something to someone while there's still air in your lungs. What would it look like to normalize honoring those who mean something to us before they transition, so that they never question our love while they're still living? It's easy to take our loved ones for granted when we are caught up in our day-to-days, but in the same breath, the next breath is never guaranteed to stay. So before the leaves fall off of their trees and they branch out and reach into the heavens, let them know that they are a blessing, that their mere essence was a gift. May death never be the reason you appreciate the fact they lived. Because I often question if a coffin is where my legacy is destined. A rigor mortis reflection of me, buried 6 feet deep in the six, my legacy, my soul, awaiting the arrival of 12 disciples and no remnants of me. No fruits of labor left from my seeds, not leaving this world better than when I came in. My name forgotten, not even whispered upon the lips of those my actions impacted. It's scary. I heard once that the worst thing that can happen to us when we are no longer here is not death itself, It is to be forgotten. And I cringe at the thought of my efforts lost in coffins, boxed in the same confines that caused me problems, my life, my beliefs, encrypted in tombstone, indicating the dates to and from. But I hope the dash in between represents more than just the good work I've done. My life blowing in the wind like the breath that has left my lungs, only to leave this world unfulfilled, with holes in the potential that I was given. And re-spinning the same cycle to my children. See, when your time comes and your soul is sent, what will the dash on your tombstone represent? Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. I wish you all a beautiful legacy. That today is an opportunity to create that dash and create and leave something behind that's worthwhile. You were special, you were loved, and you were important. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Excellent, right? Thank you for those words, Randell, and for sharing your gifts with us tonight. We're very proud of you and excited for the continued impact you're going to have on the world. Next, I am excited to introduce you to another special guest joining us tonight. We often in our community say representation matters, and this is someone who's represented us well. I'm honored to introduce you to Marcy Ian, the Honorable Marcy Ian, Minister for Women and Gender, Equality and Youth. Minister Ian has served as a Member of Parliament for Toronto Centre since October 2020. She's a devoted community leader and a passionate advocate for vulnerable communities in Canada and worldwide. Before her political life, Minister Ian had an award-winning career in journalism and television that spanned 3 decades. She has traveled internationally with journalists for human rights and world vision. You probably recognize this wonderful, lovely face. Please give a warm welcome to the Honorable Marcy Ian.